Hello, Libra Moon Embracers. Hello, and welcome to your tarot reading for the month of June 2017. So I'm using the Lumina Tarot, and it is trimmed. So I trimmed it soon after I had gotten it. So what kind of energy do we have for Libras? Let's see. What kind of May do you have? What are you feeling? What are you coming up against, Libras? I'm feeling sadness. Sadness comes to mind. Not sorrowful sadness, just... sad. Just generally sad. Something happen? Or did nothing happen and you're just feeling kind of meh? Maybe that's a better word than sad. Meh. Let's see, what do we have then for you, Libras? As we enter June, kind of energy and vibrations can you look forward to in the month of June? Okay, so current energy, body, mind, heart, soul, strength, potential obstacle, recent past, and potential future. All right, so let's see. I feel like I should begin. I don't normally do this, but I feel it's important to begin recent past. The recent past has been a call for you to take control of your life. Oh, no. Take control of your emotions. Some of this sadness has been lingering. I feel very heavily that for those of you, or a good deal of you who are coming on, who will be watching this, it's been health-oriented. I feel very heavily that it's health-oriented. And you need to take control of it. Recently, you've been contemplating if maybe you should investigate. So the current energy is just this, it's Four of Swords, and I feel that it's kind of this, rest mode, but not because you're contemplating future tasks or you are contemplating past tasks. Just need to rest. Feeling very lack of energy, I feel, is kind of more the feeling that I get with this particular type of rest. So within the body, and I feel it's connected. So as far as the body is concerned, for the month of June, Ace of Cups, I feel that you have the potential to really turn this around, to find out what you need to help yourself get out of this recent slump that you have found yourself in. And it begins with your body. The new beginning of feeling better and having a brighter perspective and feeling better connected to the world around you in a lighter, more uplifting light, I feel is... You have the potential of... You have the potential for that, but you need to take action. You need to... that recent feeling of needing to take control is very, very true. And to get yourself out of this position of feeling kind of in the center of this stuck, reflective, but not really getting anywhere position that you're in, you need to take control of that and start anew. Whatever I feel, you need to address it. And when you address it, you'll start feeling physically better. You'll start, you'll get that new beginning that you're looking for, that will help you to get feeling better connected, and that perspective that you've been wanting to have. Like, you want it, but you can't manifest it on your own. You're really struggling. So I always say it's easier to say that you want it, but you can't quite get there. When you address it, when you take control, you will be able to get that perspective and get beyond wanting to want it, and we'll actually be able to get those connections. Four of Cups, I feel this is also connected. So Four of Cups is within the mind, and the mind, this has to do with shifting. For me, I always think of the Four of Cups as shifting your focus. The depiction in most cards is slightly different from this, but I always kind of contemplate it from I always connect it with having the need to shift your focus to help yourself emotionally, and that's also with this. The physical and the emotional is very heavily tied here, I do believe, and I do think that it's something you do want to address, and once you address it, you'll be able to get those connections that you need to switch that focus, turn that light on, and get those vibrations going in the other direction. And I think that once you do this, if you follow through with this, not only do you have the potential of having those focus, that light that you've been seeking, not only will that turn on, but all the hard work that you've been really, really trying to switch your focus to find that happiness that you want to have. Like, you don't want to be sad. You're not making this choice, but it just seems to be really pressing upon you for whatever reason. And you've been really trying very, very hard on your own to make the shift. And you've been trying very, very hard to switch your focus. You have been putting forth your best effort, which is why you've noticed that you've been trying and it's not as effective. Which is why you considered possibly needing to get control and seek for another way to be able to control this particular issue that you're coming up against. So I feel like once you go ahead and you take the control and you do what you need to do to take care of this, that switched focus that you've been working so hard to make on your own will switch on its own, and you won't have to work so hard for it. But you have to take the first step. Within the love realm, I feel that it's the Six of Pentacles, and it's all about connections. Getting out there and making connections with the right people is going to raise your vibrations and assist you in this slump that you were in. So reaching out, and the concept of giving and receiving, having it occur mutually. And sometimes I feel like you need to just get out there and connect with the right people who are going to help you with not only giving you what you need, but creating space to help you give. And then when you give in that sense, you create space for you to receive, which is, that concept of, that rotation of giving and receiving, and the balance that occurs. You'll feel that uplifting that you need within your heart when you get out. Go outside and interact with people. Make some connections, give a smile, receive a smile, that kind of thing. That's what I'm feeling needs to happen for you. Spiritually, I feel that you're balanced, actually. The Two of Pentacles is about balance, but I feel it's not that you need, it's not a request for you to balance. I feel like you're already balanced spiritually. During this entire process, where you've been in with this slump that you've been in, and you've been feeling kind of meh, you've been pondering a lot of things spiritually. So through it all, you've actually created quite a very strong balance for yourself spiritually. You feel very good spiritually, and it feeds your soul what you need to be fed, and it gives you the strength that you need. And the balance is phenomenal for you. So what you need to be focusing on has more to do with the heart and the heart-mind connection. The heart, mind, and body connection. Spiritually, I feel you're pretty solid, but that connection, the heart and the mind, and the heart is the biggest thing, but it's very intrinsically connected to the mind. And then how that connection alone is what's really kind of manifesting within the physical. So that recent past of contemplating and taking control of it, I would heed that, because you want to make this connection and get the spirit in there so that it's a full flowing connection and it's balanced all the way around. Possible strength for the month of June is Two of Cups. I do think that you have the potential of actually making the connections that you need. I think that which you seek, the kind of create that, getting the meh out, getting the sluggish feeling that you're under kind of pushed out. I do feel that you have the potential of making those connections. Like I said, you get out and you give a smile and receive a smile. See those people, even people you don't know. Sometimes it's as simple as seeing an older person, go and opening the door for them at Walmart so they don't have to struggle. That kind of giving really kind of boosts our heart. But I feel that in the process of going out, taking control, doing what you need to do to physically, to address this physical on the physical level. Once you address this emotional feeling that you're having that's manifesting in the physical, by physical means, you'll be getting the switch within the mental that you've been trying to get already. It'll happen as in relation to this on its own. And in the process, while you're waiting for this to unfold and work, getting out and doing things like smiling at people when you're walking down the street, helping someone, helping an older person carry their groceries out to the car, holding the door open for them whenever, these kinds of connections are really going to help boost that emotional morale that you're looking for. And you're probably going to make connections that are going to stay with you for a while. Possible obstacle for the month is Four Pentacles. Sometimes feeling too good, feeling too solid, makes us too comfortable. And I feel like that can be an obstacle for you. Like, it's not horrible. You're living, you're managing, you're doing okay. So that comfort zone that you're in can be a possible obstacle for you for this month, because you might just kind of focus too much on how bad it isn't. Not so much how good it is, but when you think about it and you're like, well, it's really not that bad. Spending too much time focusing on that has the potential of making you too comfortable and not making it so that you rise up and go out and make those connections that you need, and flipping that switch that you need to switch. So that is a potential obstacle for you to be mindful of for this month. The way this could potentially end, the month of June, how it could go, is the World. This was initially reversed, and I don't normally read reversals, but I feel like that's important for me to address the reversal in this case. So the shadow side of this card, which is not having the world at your fingertips. And I feel that you have the potential of getting so comfortable and complacent and being like, well, it's not so bad. I'm still doing okay. That you might not light that spark. You might not address the issue that you need to address. You might not go and get the help that you may need to get control of this and help get you out of this. And so the choices that you make can make the month of June make you feel like you have the world at your fingertips or the world on your shoulders. And so I think it's very mindful for you to be very contemplative of the choices that you make, you know, so that you do have the world at your fingertips, because that's a better way to end the month of June, wouldn't you say, when you want to end the month of June with the world at your fingertips? So I'm going to pull from the Connected and Free and see what we have for the month of June for you to kind of carry with you for the month. I'll give you that little boost, that spark of memory. Maybe this particular card will create some synchronicities that'll bring you back to remembering this reading and help you to give you what you need to address this issue so that you can have the world at your fingertips by the end of June. You are exactly where you need to be. So I feel this card is kind of a message in that, like I said, when you go through the month and as you progress, whether you are making the changes or not, I'm hoping that you can have synchronicities that occur that make you remember this reading. And I think this isn't an affirmation, you are exactly where you need to be. I feel like this is more of a means for you to ponder as you're going through this month, whether or not you have addressed what you felt has arisen and come to the forefront as a result of this reading. I feel that this card is basically a message for you when it pops in your head for you to ponder. Are you where you need to be to make the changes? Where you need to be is where you want to be, that happy, that soulfulness, that those inner vibrations to be vibrating at a higher level, not such a low level, is where you want to be. And I do truly believe that is true. And so I think that this message isn't telling you are exactly where you need to be. I think you are exactly where you need to be at this moment. And watching this, it is exactly where you need to be, because this is the message I do feel that you definitely need for you to get that kick in the seat of your pants to address this, so that you go and take control of this. But as the month progresses, I think the card forms from saying you are exactly where you need to be when you're thinking about the message in this video. And it switches to, are you where you need to be? Are you addressing this as you need to address this? Are you doing what you need to do so that when you end the month, the world is at your fingertips? Are you where you need to be? So that at the end of the month, you can say you are exactly where you need to be. So you began the month watching this, knowing you were exactly where you needed to be. And you have the potential, if you do and ponder this as you move through the month and address these issues that have arose, so you can end the month saying the same thing. You are exactly where you need to be. All right, so I hope you have a wonderful month. You address this issue and you end it on a very high note with high vibrations that both surround you, fulfill you, and emanate from you. Have a beautiful month, Virgos.